What up everybody, welcome back to the number one float Tradeup video. I haven't done one of these for quite a while, and because I like the nostalgia of CSGO, personally I just prefer how the skins look. I'm going to be doing it in CSGO. We don't have much time left on the legacy version of CSGO, and as you can see I'm already stocking up on the Operation Phoenix cases because I think I'm probably going to have 1,000 of these to open real soon, but I digress. My very first contract here is going to be the number one Scar 20 Emerald. Now the reason I even have this trade-up contract in the first place is because Arrow and I did a sticker capsule 2 battle, and the forfeit for getting the second crown was to make a number one trade up for one another. Spoiler alert, I got a bunch of crowns, he got nothing. So he devised this contract for me and sent it over. Big shout out to Arrow for this one, thank you so much. So let's have a little look at the calculations on this one. I believe it looks a little something like this. And the Scar 20 Emerald would be 00097. Let's check it will actually be the number one. Ooh, and Arrow didn't scam us. Okay, 9777. What we'd be getting is a 976. Alright, Arrow. Thank you, mate. If we were to hit it, we would be beating it by the most minuscule amount. But hey, it still counts, right? Our first contract up, we got a lot more spicy contracts on the way. The chances of hitting this one, it's a 9%. The Anodized Navy Org's what we want to hit, so let's count it down. And big shout out to Arrow for sending it over. 3, 2, 1. Scar 20, number one in the world. Emerald. Oh. We've seen that guy way too many times. Ripperino. Our second contract consists of all of these items, of which there are some interesting outcomes. Unfortunately, we have a 40% at hitting something from the 2018 new collection. We do not want to hit that. However, we could also hit an incredibly low float, P90 Cold-Blooded. The whole point of this contract is to the item for my number one Dragon Lord Trader, which is incredibly hard to find items for as it is. But I basically need 4 zeros and a 2 or less. So if we got the serum, this would also be kind of acceptable result. Top of that, we could get the Desert Eagle Hypnotic in crazy low float. That would be cool too. And an AK-47 case hardened. Float would not be usable, but hey, maybe it's a 661. Then we could get a crazy low float fade. This might even be the number one in the world. I'll have to check on that one. No, it wouldn't be the number one, but it would be the number two. But I've already eaten this one up in a different number one Dragon Lord trade up attempt. And as you can see, I've eaten up most of the low float fades. Those cat faces, way too many of them. Then we could get the Death Strike. This would actually be the number one Death Strike. I'm pretty sure I got, I traded up the last number one Death Strike and then I sold it. I actually think I sold it to Oni. So yeah, he seems to still have it, and I think he would probably be gutted if we were to get this one and make his number two. Story of his life, unfortunately. We also have the Blue Phosphor. I don't think this one would be number one. It would be number 3. I already made the number one, surprise, surprise. And then we could also get the Target Acquired, which would not be great. Wouldn't be low enough to be usable in our number one Dragon Lord contract, but there are quite a few outcomes that would definitely be low enough. It was designed in the first place to have the core breaches in, so I'm going to keep it as it is. Final item to go into the contract. 5-7 berries and cherries from the control. Blue Phosphor would be so nice to hit. Let's count this one down for everyone. We really need that filler for the number one Orc Dragon Lord trade up. Just one decent classified and crazy low float would be incredible. Please, no 2018 Nuke collection. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, that's an interesting one. We actually hit the case hardened. We didn't necessarily want to hit this one. It's definitely not going to be usable. It's not usable as a filler, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. I don't know about the amount of blue on it. It's definitely not a 661. I don't think it's a tier 1 either. And the float isn't great. Why is that float so bad? The float should have been 4 zeros and an 8. Did I mess something up? I feel like I might have messed. Did I put in the wrong dragon tattoo? Did I put in the really high float one? Oh, I think I did. Oh no. Oh well. I guess we can't really complain too much. Whatever we got out of that would have been not usable anyway, because I've messed up the contract. With that in mind, this is probably the best outcome we could have got. Unfortunately, our pattern is not on any of the tiers of the AK-47 Blue Gems. Not going amazingly so far, especially considering I messed this one up. You'd think I'd done enough trade-ups not to mess them up anymore, but nah, you'd be wrong. And the very final contract that I have for you guys today, it's probably going to be in the title, so I'd imagine you know what's coming. It is the #1 AK-47 StatTrak factory new float in the entire world. Currently the #1 is 6008, and guess what? Let's look at the item history. Hey, didn't I make that one? Let's have a quick check. 604. Oh, I was looking at the non-StatTrak one. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I made the #1 StatTrak. I don't know where my brain's at today, but we don't need brain, we need luck. And that's good news, because my lucky cat has now decided to join me right at the perfect time. I am gonna have to double, triple check all of these floats, because I cannot afford to hit this one and then make such a horrendous mistake with one singular skin out of these 10. It's looking good so far. I think this time we've done it correctly. We've already hit this one once. Crazy skin to hit. We only have a 5% shot at it. There are some other outcomes that might be quite cool to get, like this fuel injector over here. The #1 StatTrak fuel injector is a 0002. So this unfortunately would be a #2 and not a #1. This headshot would also be the #1. However, I currently have the #1 headshot in my inventory because I crafted that one not so long ago. So this one wouldn't be a good one to hit. I'd be beating my own #1 that I own. Let's not do that. Also, the battle star. Ooh, that's really bad. We do not want that. And we definitely don't want to hit that Desert Eagle Golden Koi. I think I've done this contract or given out this contract quite a few times in the last couple of years. I believe I normally would have hit the #1 Fire Serpent StatTrak, but he got the Golden Koi instead. Oh, no. And then I attempted it again, and I would have hit the #1 StatTrak Fire Serpent again, but Fire Serpent! Got the Golden Koi instead, so this guy absolutely haunts us. We do not want to see him. Let's ignore these phoenixes coming into our inventory. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The 5% at the AK-47 #1 float in the entire world, Fire Serpent StatTrak. Arguably my personal favorite AK-47 skin of all time. Super old school, super rare to see nowadays. So super expensive. Let's count this one down. If you're enjoying the video and you like all the crazy stuff that I do for you, sparing absolutely no expense, slap that like button. It's much appreciated. Let's do this. 3, 2, might have to close my eyes because this is a scary one. 1, Fire Serpent. Oh no! The blood sport. That is an awful outcome. One of the absolute cheapest possible skins we could have got. I almost guarantee this isn't even #1. Yeah, it's I don't think it's even top 10. Well, it does have Ninja on it, and it does also have a cat face on it, so maybe it was a bit of an omen. Thank you all so much for watching. Pretty sad how our contracts went today, but that's not going to stop me from trying even more crazy contracts. Let's set a little like goal on this video. Let's say 20,000 likes, and I will attempt the top comment down below, whatever that #1 float skin is within reason. Come on, give me a break if it's like the Dragon Law, because I'm already trying to work on that one. But whatever that is, I'll try my best to attempt it for you. You win some, you lose some. Today we lost more than some. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.